Are you saying the current government isn't using FedNor money effectively enough and you want to change that? Is that my understanding?
No, I'm saying, Greg, that basically I want to, in cooperation with FedNor, I want to enhance their role. For example, the waterfront. The waterfront role, we've been capped at $500,000. It's well below what the provincial government has contributed. There are other projects in Northern Ontario, in Sault Ste. Marie and Sudbury, that aren't capped at $500,000. And it's been a sheer frustration, I know, of the former mayor, and likely the current mayor, Al MacDonald, that we're capped at that amount, whereas other cities aren't. So I would work very proactively with the current government, if I'm a member of that government, to release more federal money, to provide more federal money for that development.
Who put the cap on in the first place? Wasn't it the current federal government?
Well, I'd imagine, I can't honestly tell you that question, tell you the answer to that question. I suspect it's bureaucratic. You know, I know, for example, that we've had the cap on at $500,000, where this project's been allotted to Sudbury, and this project's been allotted to Sioux that haven't been capped, and I'm going to find out why, and I'm going to find out why we can't increase that money. This is a dynamic project. It has tremendous potential for not only North Bay, but all of Northern Ontario, and I'll work hard to increase that cap, and more appropriately allocate more federal money to match the huge amount of provincial money that's gone into that development.
I heard you talking about the base and the development there. Are you stealing a page off of Vic Fideli here on that development?
No, not by any means. I'm complimenting Vic Fideli. I think that development is probably the singular most important development in terms of increasing our industrial base. And that's what we need to do in this city. For 6 terms as a councillor, I was cognizant of the fact that, you know, that we have a very small commercial and a very small industrial base. Consequently, when we want to do anything, the residents bear the burden of taxes. And we really need to increase the industrial base, increase the private sector industrial base in this community. A first-class development, an industrial park that's so close to an airport would be a major contribution towards increasing that industrial base. And I compliment Vic Fideli and his council at having the foresight to move ahead with that project. What I want to do as the federal representative on the government side is to invest in that project. There will be, and I had a discussion with former Mayor Fideli this morning, there will be countless, tens of millions of dollars required on that project over the years to grow that project for the benefit of the city of North Bay. I want to make sure the federal government's in there right off the mark.